Hey everyone, this is Two Nerdy Families where we do the research so you don't have to. And today we're going to be doing a full review of the Proscenic M7 Pro robot vacuum cleaner. And we're going to just go through and unbox it, talk through some of the specs, and do a full demo and test of it, all coming up after this. Alright, so let's get this thing unboxed. Got some nice packaging. Alright, so we've got a user manual, some batteries, and a remote filter, dust filter there. Your power cable, looks like a mopping surface that goes on the bottom, a number of mop pads. And here's some extra cleaning brushes. Here's the main robot vacuum right here. This thing's pretty good size. I mean, it's not too big. I mean, you can see my hand on it there. So this is just kind of the basic base station that comes with the vacuum cleaner. You also have the option of this bigger base station that also has the charging port on it, and it has a dust bin collector, so we'll talk about that here in a second. The top flips open there. Looks like there's almost like a vacuum bag in here that collects all the dust. And it looks like a couple more of those little collector bag that you can use as replacements for this dust collector. Everything's out of the box now. You can see that there are quite a few accessories that come with it. Real quick, just want to provide a quick overview of the highlights and some of the pros and cons after using this vacuum for a couple of weeks, and then we'll jump into the setup and some of the demos of the vacuum and the mobile app. Bottom line, this is an excellent robot vacuum and comparatively less expensive than other vacuums in its class. It's incredibly smart, powerful, it can mop small spaces. It has very strong suction power. We're talking a max suction power of 2700 PA, which is the pascal rating. And to compare, Roomba's flagship S9 Plus has a max suction power of just 2200 PA, yet you'll pay over $1,100 for it. Sure, the S9 Plus can do some corner cleaning and some other things, but it's just way overpriced in my opinion. Some other cool things about the M7 Pro, it can vacuum and mop. It can actually do both at the same time, in fact. It has a great app with lots of features. It works with Alexa voice commands. Now, some of the cons, it does have a small water tank, so you'll be mopping smaller areas or refilling the tank a little bit more often. Now here's the Deebot Ozmo T8 water tank, which you can see is much larger than the M7 Pro water tank, just so you have a size comparison. We also noted that the M7 Pro doesn't automatically avoid carpet when mopping, but you can easily set up some no-fly zones and use those while mopping to avoid carpets and rugs. Lastly, the automatic dust collector is sold separately, which it will cost you another $100. But this thing is still an amazing vacuum. It uses laser navigation system to map out your home. It has a multi-floor mapping, so you can actually save multiple maps if needed. It has a 5200 mAh large capacity battery, so you'll have anywhere from 150 to 200 minutes of continuous work. And so far it hasn't run out of battery power when cleaning both levels of our home. It automatically returns to the base station to recharge when done cleaning. It doesn't take 20 minutes to find it like our previous robot vacuum. It can climb up to 20 millimeters for a change in flooring types between rooms, so it can clean tall carpets and hardwood and vinyl floors. It even auto adjusts the suction power according to the floor type, which they call V-Boost. It has spot cleaning, and you can actually define the area on the floor plan right on the app. It has Y-Mopping feature that gives you a triple pass mop cleaning. You can set cleaning schedules, check cleaning history. You can share control of the app with others. And one of the coolest features is the smart dust collector, where the robot vacuum automatically empties itself into the base station waste bag, which only needs to be emptied every couple of weeks. Okay, we got this all charged up overnight. We're just looking at the instructions here. We've got a QR code, or you can download the app directly from one of the app stores, and then you got to add the device. And so I've downloaded the app, got the option to add a device here. Then you find the M7 Pro, which is right there.
Wi-Fi has been reset. Please follow the app prompt to connect to the network.
Okay, got the password in there.
Wi-Fi connected.
Alright, so let's just see what this thing does. We'll just go ahead and start cleaning. The app here, it looks like it's generating a little map here. Just a note of comparison, the Shark IQ Robot XL actually takes over a week to map the home, whereas this Proscenic M7 Pro is actually going to map everything out just tonight. So as we look at the map here, it's starting to map it out just a little bit more. Kind of observation here is it went all the way along the outer edge, kind of mapped some things out, and now it's just kind of filling in the center and just doing a nice even pattern. We've got another pretty basic cheap vacuum, and it just basically bounces off everywhere and just does a zigzag and hits things and turns around and goes another direction, and it's pretty random, and I feel like it just vacuums the same areas like over and over. Not very efficient for battery use or power usage. It also takes a really long time to vacuum things, and so this seems like it's very efficient. It's probably gonna be a lot quicker than the other one that we've got, and yeah, it's doing a great job so far. You can just see that nice little vacuum pattern that it's got. You can see that white line where it went outlined around the edges. So it already kind of cleaned this whole other area. And then it came over and mapped out the rest of this. I'm not sure why I didn't do it at the beginning, but went into the bathroom and kind of looked around and did all these edges. And now it just kind of picked up right where it left off, and now it's gonna zigzag all the way through the rest of that room. So it's kind of cool. You can see what's already been cleaned, and it looks like it's being really efficient with not going over the same areas twice. Just want to see what it's collected so far. So let's just pause that real quick, and just right back here we're gonna so there's just that little button right there. And what's crazy is that my wife had just vacuumed this whole area with our shark vacuum. It's just kind of a hand push vacuum, and everything was vacuumed down here. This thing's only ran for half the room, and I mean it's picked up all kinds of stuff in there. Like, so it seems like it's doing a really good job just deep cleaning. I mean, it's got a little screen there. You can see on this other side that it's got a nice HEPA filter right there, and it'll have like a sponge screen underneath that. So it's doing a really good job cleaning, that is for sure. So I have a change in flooring here from carpet to like a laminate flooring. With the big spring wheels on the bottom, it's supposed to be able to adjust up to 20 millimeters in flooring difference. Yeah, it has no issues going through that threshold or anything. And I heard it adjusts the suction based on this flooring type, so it doesn't need as much suction power in the laminate flooring. You can see it just adjusted again. So you actually hear it on this other carpet we have upstairs. It'll go up in suction power here on this taller carpet. Not sure if you can hear that. Right around the kitchen table here, no matter what, rope out vacuum, just because of the size and all the legs of the chairs, it doesn't get under the table very well. So if you want to do something like a spot clean, go to more, to a point clean. So I'm just going to pick this whole area, hit save. I can hear it moving. There it goes. It's starting to spot clean under the table now, so that's pretty sweet. Okay, so one other cool feature is you can actually come into custom area here, and you can see I've set a couple up already, but I want to actually set up an area right around here on this this rug here that we have in this living room. So I'm going to just come in here, and I'm going to say custom area, and on this I'll just say rug. And confirm. And you'll see you can get this little box, and you can kind of adjust the size of it however big you want it. So in this case we'll get it just about that size here. We're just going to set it up to only clean one time. Go to save area temporarily, This tells you that after it's saved, that'll be displayed on the home page. So now that you've saved that custom area, what you can do is come in here to more, and there's this multi-zone cleaning, and anytime you come into here, it will have all your custom areas that you've set up. And I'm just going to do a checkbox on the one. I mean, you could do multiple. So say I wanted to clean the kitchen and the dining room, you can do both of those and nothing else, or in this case I just want to clean this rug here. So check that, and then I'm going to go to clean. We'll see that this just comes in and cleans this area. Okay, so this is a little mopping unit, and it just attaches on the bottom, but it's got a little reservoir here, so we're going to fill that full of water. Okay, close that up. Also just wet the bottom here so it's ready to go. So you can see right here these little grooves that this is just going to click right into. Okay, and it's got a little wheel that's going to rest on the bottom, so it's going to allow it just to mop away while it's going. So it's going to vacuum everything in front of it and mop from the back. Okay, so with that little mop on the back there, what I did is went in here to set up a couple restricted areas. And so for that kind of thicker carpet right there, and then we've got this thinner rug by the front door that I don't want that to be part of the mop job it's doing. So set those up in the restricted areas. Now, if I come in here, there's a mopping option there. So as I do that, it's going to go through and mop, but it's not going to vacuum. So if things have already been vacuumed or it's already pretty clean, you just want to do a little mop job. So they call this a Y-Mopping feature. You'll see it just takes this pattern, kind of a Y pattern, and goes over each area pretty thoroughly back and forth. Something else that's pretty cool is when you're done mopping, this just comes off that Velcro right there, and you can toss it in the wash and get it ready for the next mopping. So you can also go through and set up a schedule. So we'll go to time cleaning. It's got a little plus up here. Repeat, you can say every day or working day or weekends. We'll schedule the time. This is military time, so let's say after 9 o'clock p.m. we'll say sure. Cleaning modes, we'll just say standard. There's also quiet mode and powerful mode. Standard is fine. Select area, and we'll just say auto cleaning, but you can also pick a certain area. So you can set up multiple schedules for different areas. Depending on the activity in your home, there might be certain areas that you want it to clean at certain times when people aren't there in that area of the home. So if I want to go to say remote control, so say I wanted to spot clean a different area, just bring it out from where it's at. It's got these nice little buttons here. Okay, then I'll just go back, and then I'll do spot cleaning again, just right there. This is pretty cool. You can remote control it, send it a certain area before you do the spot clean. Let me just do like a pause. So one thing I'm going to check out here is it's got this silent mode right here. So I'm going to push that. After you set up the silent mode and you set the time frames, I've got it from 1800 to 800 hours. Now, since it's past 10 p.m., if I hit pause, no, it's not the loud voice saying stuff. It's just gonna perform all the functions, and it's not gonna have that loud voice. I've set 90% volume, so I can turn it down anyway, but that's a nice feature if you have little kids that are sleeping at night. If I go to clean record here, it's gonna show you just the times that it cleaned, so give you just a full list there. So it's got a deep cleaning option there. Auto partition area. So if you want to empty the bin, you got click to collect dust, and so it'll go back home and just collect the dust for you. Multi-zone cleaning. So if you just wanted like the living room and the dining area, it would just go through and clean just those two areas. Alright, so that's pretty much it. We just wanted to jump in and show you some of those features in the mobile app and some of what this robot vacuum can do. We already went through the pros and cons earlier in the video. So just kind of final thoughts, we really think that this is an amazing vacuum. I mean, it's incredibly smart, and considering that the price is so much lower than like the Roomba and the Shark IQ and some of these other vacuums that we feel are in this same class, this is just a great price for what you're getting. It's a high quality unit. We really love the dust collector, so that's again another $100 on top of the $399. And while it's on sale right now, but for this overall, $500, I mean, you're like half the cost of what you would pay for like a Roomba that could do all these same features. So tell us what you think, if you've used this vacuum or others that are similar that you feel would be great competitors in this class. Throw those names out there in the comments. If you have any questions, throw those out there as well. And that's pretty much it for now. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. And that's it from Two Nerdy Families, and we'll see you next time.